I wonder, I wonder a lot, don't I? Hope I don't wander too far. I might get lost. Can we have a conversation about evolution? The evolution of human, what it is to be human. I suggest that after thousands of years of being lost in knowledge and thought and belief, that we now have presented to us the possibility for the evolution of humans to eradicate, to remove, to no longer have the violence that is now our core. The war to war to war to fight, argue, grab women, rape women, even elect people who do that to women as our president. So if what I'm saying is possible, by the way it is, then what it takes is the internal revolution. Each of you in an internal revolution against, if you will, I don't really like that word against, but perhaps you'll get the meaning. Everything that has transpired on planet Earth up until, what is today, Thursday, 6:24, no, 8:20, what the hell is that? I can't see it. 9:24 of 2020, the year of washing our hands. Here's the problem of evolution. It requires the leaving behind of all that was. In other words, yesterday, and all of the yesterdays are gone. It means every iota of religion and religions need to be eradicated, ignored, just put in where they belong, into the nut house. Because evolution is the beginning of new. And new, as I'm using it, means never having been before. Not new Cheerios, not new religion. We already have 4,200 religions, and every one of them is the right religion. So none of that nonsense, none of that stuff that's brought us to where we are can go with us. We need to cut the ties to all of our attachments. If you need physical proof of my words, then look at where we are today. And as I said earlier, we elect a president who tells us that he grabs women between the legs, and they like it, they let him. And religious people, now get this, this fellow tells us to hit back twice as hard as we are hit. He tells us he grabs women between the legs, does whatever he wants to them, and 60 million religious people elect him as the leader of the free world. If you need to know whether the world is turned upside down, whether the filth, the evil has risen to the top, there it is. So as tough as this might sound, it is. Because evolution requires the abandonment, the cutting of the ties, the ending of our past. And the two greatest ingredients, if you will, that brought us to where we are in our past is belief brought forth by thought, which of course is housed in knowledge. So knowledge, thought, and belief all need to fade into the dream world, which is where they came from, by the way. If you have a God belief, or if you're religious or spiritual or any of that nonsense, then you live in the dream world of violence. Because you see, the main distinction, the only distinction in this evolution of the human brain that I'm speaking of is in that space where violence is in today's consciousness, in today's way of being, in today's collective consciousness. There is a void. The violence is gone. So in that space where violence once was, violence being knowledge, thought, belief, religion, all that stuff, is only energy. The energy of creation, intelligence, and truth. Creation, intelligence, and truth can never manifest war, fighting, killing, arguing, grabbing women between the legs, and all of the other divisions, if you will, that are happening today in America, of course, and around the world as well. So if evolution of yourself is of interest to you, then you must be open. Open, just, open here. If you're open, evolution, the action of ending violence, will happen. If you're not, then you'll say, this guy's crazy. Oh, we got to have, God's going to come in. Jesus is going to come down in one of them big old chariots, and he's going to carry all the good people up. You're going to stick with that nonsense because the talking snake told you. So is it for you? Very few. I realize out of 1 million people, I'm speaking with one person, perhaps. Are you of the possibility for the removal of violence from within you? If you are open to that possibility, and if you speak the truth of it, then the speaking the truth will generate the energy you need for evolution. The meek shall inherit the earth, if you will. Why do I say if you will? That if you will thing I say a lot, don't I? Kind of dumb. So, I do not know, obviously, how many people are interested in the evolution of the human brain. We only have one, it's shared by 7 billion or so people, but it's only one of them. However, I'm asking the question, how many are actually interested in internal peace? And from your own internal peace, bringing forth peace. You see, it's pretty simple. The only thing that can bring forth peace on earth is peace. You see, if it's not within you, if you're a religious nut running around, don't rape women. I mean, don't. What's that thing they want? What is? Oh, abortion. If you're running around with all these rules, gay people are bad, and LBGG, whatever that is all bad. And used to be left-handers were all bad, but I think God okayed left-handers now. So if you're of that persuasion, then you're lost. I'm making myself real popular here, huh? In America, 70% of Americans identify as religious. They go to church and they make old Joe Osteen. Let's see, you got a $10.4 million house and 11 point something million dollar yacht. Of course, he's just one of many of them. While the world is burning, religious people are electing vagina grabbers as their leader. And then they fight and argue to keep him that way. All right, I've made myself unpopular enough for tonight. Been doing a pretty good job of it for about 40 years, by the way. So to each of you, I send the possibility for evolution, meaning the ending of violence on planet Earth, bringing forth peace on earth, goodwill to men. I got to include those religious people. Peace on earth is being offered. Thank you for listening.